Typically, when we talk about dreams, we talk about the positive side of dreams. Having a dream, working hard to achieve it, inspiring others, overcoming, all of that. But there's a side to dreams that we don't talk about, and it's not nightmares. It's what I like to call the dark side of dreams, and that is what this story is about. So when I was a kid, I did not have a dream. I did not have a thing that I love, a thing that I wanted to be, and I felt very odd because of it. And when I was 15 and in high school, I signed up for Mrs. Reed's Intro to Dance class. And I fell madly in love with dance. What I loved about it specifically was this idea of taking a thought or an emotion or a story and transforming it into this physical piece that you get to do on stage, that you get to share with people, move them, and influence them. And I was good at it. And all of a sudden, I had a dream. And I had a big dream. And I had a big, hard dream. Because if there are any artists in the room, you know one of the hardest dreams out there is to be a successful full-time artist. But if there's any place in the world that you could do that, maybe it's in America, the land of opportunities. And so I graduated high school and got into a selective program for dance in college and started getting choreography awards and started dancing with companies and started traveling internationally to dance. At one point, I was in London, Whitby, London, where the story Dracula was written, performing as a vampire. But then all of a sudden, my dream became bigger, and it became other people's dreams too. My family's dreams, friends' dreams, the entire dance community's dreams. Because the thing about artists is when an artist succeeds, they lift up the entire artist community, and they inspire and they create hope. But when an artist fails or gives up, they put a downer on that community, and they might create doubt. But I was okay because I was doing great. And then in 2013, I got selected to be part of the Pilobolus Summer Intensive. And if you're unfamiliar, Pilobolus is one of the most well-known and successful modern dance companies out there, and my most favorite company of all time. So this was a big deal, and I was thrilled about it because I was going to be doing what I wanted to do. I was going to experience being a professional, full-time dancer. And so the first week, so exciting, so much fun. The second week, great positive feedback. You're doing great, you're killing it. But inside, I was hating it. Literally hating it. I hated the demand of it. I hated the lifestyle of it. I hated every single aspect of being a professional, full-time dancer and couldn't wait for it to be over. And I came home so lost and feeling so guilty and just killing myself with these existential questions. Who am I if I am not a dancer? Because at that point, it was my entire identity. How dare I give up a dream, the only dream I've ever had? But probably the hardest question of all was, how could I get to this level of success as an artist while others try so hard and never make it and want to give up? And that's when I realized that my dream had transformed into a dark dream, full of pressure. At the time, I was also working as a receptionist at some office job, and my boss had said, "Can you do this presentation for the staff?" And I said, "Sure." I don't remember what the presentation was, but what I do remember is after I did the presentation, I experienced the same high that I would experience when I was dancing on stage. And that's when I had a light bulb moment. That's when I realized maybe it was never dance that I loved. Maybe it was performing, entertaining people. And so that's when I let go of my big American dream and allowed it to transform into another dream. And so maybe American dreams is not about having dreams and persevering and having them come to fruition, inspiring others. Maybe the American dream is the freedom in the process of dreaming, to allow yourself to dream, fulfill it, maybe hate it, give it up, and dream some more. Because here I am living the transformation of that dream. Because what is dance but just another story that you tell on stage?